Hey guys, so this is gonna be a meals of the week video. Let's see if we can get a little baby. Look at those cute little feet. So he is milk drunk. We have sister sitting next to him at the table. These are those newborn pillows. When they start moving around and doing things like that, I don't leave them, but these things are so great when you need to set them down next to you. I'll wear him as well, but you know, sometimes, you know, my babies just want to lay down and sleep. So that is Mr. Benjamin David. Finally gaining weight. These are little newborn outfits. He's got these skinny little legs, but he just nursed. So I thought I would try to do our days of the week Monday through Friday. And I've already failed. I will admit failure with certain things. I've already failed my first day with no other adult, because you know when another adult's there, like when I was with my sister last week or my husband for 3 weeks, you can just hand the baby, the lighting, you can just hand the baby off and be like, here, hold this baby while I go do something. Hold him while I go, you know, make dinner or whatever. So I can do that with my teenagers, but they're still teenagers, you know, it's not what they want to do all summer. They help a lot anyway with their brothers. So I got a bunch of cookbooks, and I got Jennifer Brockman's from A Country Life. I ordered her cookbook. There's some things in there I want to try. You know, I have my meals of the week videos that I wanted to start doing, just like how we portion food and stuff with the meals that I make. In my last video, you would have seen all the meals in my freezer. Now, I make the same size meals regardless, because I don't know when we're gonna eat them. Again, if we have everybody, it'll probably only last a night, maybe have leftovers for one person. Usually my husband for lunch the next day, or the kids will eat it the next day. If not, and not everybody's here that week, then it might be 2 meals and a lunch. So, you know, that week I would maybe only cook 2 or 3 times, and we would have different things, different nights, and anybody, you know, fend for yourself kind of thing. So, yesterday I already failed. Which I'm giving myself grace with. You know, as a new mom, you have to give yourself a little bit of grace. Actually, a lot of grace. You're not sleeping all the way, and having all the well. I just can't even. You're not sleeping enough, clearly, people. And you know, you got to get into a new routine. Every baby, I don't care if you have 1 child, 5 children, or 20 children. Another child adds another layer, which is another routine. So kids went swimming yesterday. They rode skateboards. We took two of them as exercise, want to start skateboarding. And we have a rule that if you want to start something new, that's fine, but we're not going to buy you the most expensive things. So they use cheaper skateboards, like $30 skateboards. And you want to say hi to the people? And no. So they both have been using it. So when they said, well, we want to get new grip and we want to do all this, my husband and I talked, and we said, if you're going to use it, we'll go ahead and buy you a real one at a skate shop. So we went Saturday, and I'm sure at some point you'll see them on them. But they got to like customize it. It really wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. But it's kind of like a rule in our house. If you don't use it, you're going to pay for it. So they have to make that conscious decision. So they've already been out. They're out today, and they were out yesterday. So they're having fun. And I want them to do different things. I don't want them to be cooped up in the house because I have to be cooped up in the house. On the weekends or days off when my husband's home, we go out and do things as a family. I'm not going to try to go out too much. Like, we might venture to the park or something, but I'm not going to go try to get new skateboards with a toddler, an infant, and older children. It just sounds like a suicide mission to me. So I went through cookbooks yesterday. Kids swam. I can see them and watch them. I don't let them swim when I'm sleeping. I have to be able to keep eyes on, not so much the teenagers, more the 9-year-old, almost 10-year-old. I mean, he can swim, but I'm just, you know, it's just that awareness that I want to be able to physically see him. So I'll go through cookbooks and watch him and nurse the baby right there if I have to. And so they swam, and they did some skateboarding, and I was like, oh, I want to try these rolls and these meals. And I completely forgot, and it's like 2 something in the afternoon. Oh, you had to take something out for dinner tonight. Now, I could have taken out a frozen meal, and it would have taken like 2.5 hours to cook. or put something in the Instapot. I don't always like all my meals in the Instapot. I'm really weird. I haven't got the niche for that yet. If you want to see somebody that can cook something in an Instapot, I know Sarah does a lot of meal prep, but Jay Morrell on Jay Morrell Stewart, she can cook anything in an Instapot. I'm not that proficient yet. I'm still old school. I make rice on the stove. It always comes out perfect. If it's not broke, why fix it, you know? It takes me less time on the stove than it does figuring out how to cook it in an Instapot. So, one day I hope to be proficient, not today. So, as we're chatting, so I realized, I called my husband, I said, I didn't take anything out for dinner, but I have stuff planned, does that count? So he picked up some pizzas and we did that and just kind of relaxed, and the kids had swam, like I said. So, Monday we had pizza, and I was okay with that. You know, that's why you have a budget for that. But today I did take out one of my baked ziti's. Well, my husband did last night. I told him, you know, and you have to find out what's going to make you successful. So for him, I was like, okay, at the night before, you have to help me remember whatever we're planning, I need to take the meat out or whatever. Again, everybody preps differently. Some people prep a couple days in advance. I don't always like to take a bunch of stuff out of the freezer because, you know, my mother-in-law could call and say, hey, let's go do this, or something can come up, and, you know, I don't want to be locked down to anything more than maybe 2 days, because within 3 days I'll cook it, but I just don't like to take too many things out of the freezer. A breakfast item, that's different, but I don't like to take too many things out. So we're going to do a big ziti tonight. And I don't have any garlic bread, but my sister's mother-in-law has a bunch of these Southern Home cookbooks, and it's like half of them is dessert, and then the half are like celebration meals. And this is, I don't know what year this is, but this is one of theirs. And so they had, I've gone through 2 cookbooks and done different meals. Now, I will do my pre-prepped meals a couple nights a week, but if I can get the chance to cook from scratch once or twice a week, I still want to do that, and I'll still meal prep too. So I kind of do both. I enjoy cooking. I'm not going to do it on camera because I am not an experienced baker. You give me a piece of meat, or you give me, I can come up with seasonings. That part I'm fine with, but this baking thing, I'm still new. So, and we might switch to gluten-free in the very near future. So I did want to get through some recipes because I have some gluten-free flour that I can adjust, like the ratios just a little bit, but it's a 1-to-1 conversion. So I'm gonna try these rolls tonight. We'll see how we do. I'm sure somebody will tell me, and I appreciate constructive, positive criticism. But this, you're supposed to warm the milk with the yeast. I guess the yeast has done what I wanted it to do. So I'm just following this recipe, and I'm going to make some of these feather light dinner rolls to go with the baked ziti, and hopefully they turn out. I have a ton of flour from when we stocked up from the different, you know, COVID and thing. I have bread flour, I have regular flour, and I think I might be right if it's bread flour, it's just 00 flour, I think. So you can always sift it more in a sifter, but there's some other dinner rolls that I might try a different week. There's some seafood dishes, different things. I got a side of salmon and just cooked it on Saturday from a fresh market. I'm really high maintenance when it comes to buying seafood just at any grocery store that's been sitting around or previously frozen. So we had got a really nice piece of salmon and the kids devoured it. I did that with like 2 bundles of asparagus. I put shallots real minced up, and actually my husband minced everything and prepped it, and I just had to put it together because we had been out all day. So I'm still recovering, and my recovery usually takes me about 8 weeks, and I feel better, but then I overdo it. So I was just exhausted. But shallots, and we did fresh garlic and some butter and some lemon squares, plus I squeezed some on, salt and pepper, and they ate all the asparagus, all the salmon, and I made some, oh, cilantro I put on it, and then I made some cilantro lime rice, and it was gone. So we want them to eat fish at least once a week. It helps get those good fats in, and it's good for them to have fish. So I'm gonna make these. I'll show you the process. Just be gentle. I'm not a baker with desserts or bread, but I'm trying because I just think it's better. So let's see. So in here I'm doubling the recipe. And people would say, why are you doubling the recipe if you don't know how to do it? And I'm like, well, because with 8 people, if everybody wants 2, that's 16. I want to have a couple left. I don't want it to be gone with one meal. So this is 6 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 4 tablespoons of sugar, because I'm doubling it. And then let's see what else we have to put in here. So it says 3 tablespoons of melted butter. The rest goes on the top. So 1, I need 6. 2, 3. I'll save the rest to go on. And this is, if you were doing a single serving, this is a cup of milk, a 1/4 teaspoon of active yeast, and a teaspoon of sugar. I guess the sugar must feed it. I don't know. So that goes in there. So again, I doubled that. And then it's 1 egg beaten, which I've got right here. So it says lightly beaten. And then it wants you to use the dough hook. I have so much cheese because, again, that was something I keep in the freezer. I love this KitchenAid. But it says mix it until it doughs up. But I had bought a ton of yeast, and I always buy the glass jar ones. I know they're a little bit more expensive, but I don't know anybody that goes through all of their yeast. Maybe there are people that do. So I have 2 jars of yeast. One's not even open. And I keep mine in the freezer so it lasts longer. Okay. Now I know when I switch out the all-purpose regular flour to gluten-free all-purpose flour, I think Pillsbury makes it where it's a 1-to-1 ratio and it's pre-done. It's not expensive. And I have baked with it before, desserts, and it's turned out really well. So I'm going to give that a try. But anytime you do it, I find you have to put more moisture in the gluten-free flour than the all-purpose. So we'll have to adjust it. So what I'm doing now with the flour that we have is I'm trying to find recipes that I like with regular flour, and then I'll convert them, and that's when I would do like a half a recipe or a recipe and not double it until I find out my conversions. Because I am kind of a math person, but the first time I always do it like it says. So got a little bit down there, but I think you can over mix it. See, this is where, ooh, maybe I don't want to do that. Ooh. Oh, it's sticky. My husband's trying to find them an indoor skate park too. Not that they can't go outside, but in Florida it's just so hot. Okay, so this is sticky dough.
Yes.
Okay, so this one should cover it in plastic, which I will do. And my house is colder. It's like 70 degrees because I get hormones. So I'm going to stick this just in a cool oven, and for at least an hour, they said, or until it doubles. And then you roll it in balls, and then you let it rise again. So I'm going to put this in my oven, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I must have my mom groove on today because I am making off Pinterest. I don't like oatmeal too much, but there's these chocolate peanut butter no-bake cookies. Ooh, my thing is falling.
It sounds really good.
Let me just shut this because I don't need this right now. That's my bread recipe came out of there. But so this is just some sugar, some cacao powder, or cacao powder, I think is how you say it. Peanut butter, butter. I don't know what else. I'm not going to put salt in it because I didn't have unsalted butter. I only had butter with salt, so I'll just omit the salt. And you just pour this over oats, and they're like drop biscuit, or a cup of peanut butter, yeah. They're like, not drop biscuits, drop cookies. So I thought, oh, the baby's still sleeping. The 2-year-old is not quite, or the not quite 2-year-old is giving me a moment. I washed some dishes. So see, one day you have a fail and you don't even make dinner, and the next day you've got a dinner out, dessert on the stove, bread rising in the oven. Now if I can get it to the table, I will say that's a triple success. Give me extra points for yesterday. So you just have to be patient with yourself when you first have a baby, because I like to mix it. Make sure so you can still see the sugar granules. Let me just turn it up just a little bit, get it hotter. And then you just pour this over the oats. I think it's like 3 cups of oats. You can find this on Pinterest. The no-bake cookies. And I've even put, like, before, I'm not going to do it now because my son will just murder me, but cranberries in it, so it's like a chocolate covered cherry type flavor cookie. But when he was younger, he ate these, like he would eat batches of them, and like I made batches a week. One of the nurses I worked with, her daughter was a chef, and there'd be times I would be working so much I wouldn't have time, and she just made him all kind of no-bake cookies to just fill him up. That's good. That's done. So we're just going to dump this mixture in here. And give this a mix. And this makes a huge batch of this. But these are the 14. He literally probably had 3 batches of these a week. And I didn't really care because it had oatmeal in it. And he will not eat oatmeal. Still won't. But these were his favorite cookies when he was little. No. No chips. Okay. And all you do we are going to, I really need a higher tripod. All you're going to do is drop these on some wax paper. Not the prettiest cookie at the ball, but oats will be good for me with making mama milk. And I tend to not actually eat enough when I'm pregnant or when I'm nursing. So for me, that'll be fine. So see, you just start letting them cool down and they will firm up. And I will just stick those in my little cookie thing, and see, they start getting firmed up. We'll just let them sit out. And that's how quick these cookies are. What I like about these is if my baby, I can put it on the back of the stove with Samuel, ooh, light. And I can make them, we train not to be in the kitchen, but even still, that way I'm not trying to turn on the oven if I don't have another parent here or whatever. So that's that. And the rolls are rising. I'll show you what they look like. Fingers crossed they turn out good. So I am eating dinner in my room. I'm just exhausted, but this is the baked ziti. It is phenomenal. And then, so my cute little dinner rolls. I don't know if this will be like, I don't know so if I overworked it or what, but it's more like, this would be good with like biscuits and gravy, not so much like a fluffy Thanksgiving dinner roll, but still good. Still, I don't know, the light's coming in, you know, it's got good color, and they puffed up and did everything they were supposed to do, but I mean, the flavor's good, they're just denser. So I might try it again, kind of see what maybe I did wrong, but I mean, see, it's squishy, it's still springy, but it's just not, they were advertised as feather light. So I mean, they're good, we will eat them. I made 2 dozen, and then we have baked ziti. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I did not oh, the light every time, wear my baby. Let's see, this is the time when this little guy wants to be held, not necessarily nursed. I mean, he nurses about every hour and a half in the middle of the day, or early evening, late afternoon kind of time. So as a mama, strap him on and get going. It's dinner time. Sam was like that too, Samuel, where he wanted me at that time. He would sleep for me in the morning. I could get things done. Oh, my hair's looking rough as usual. He would get things done in the morning, let me get things done in the morning, but then come afternoon, this is what we had to do. So he is, I'm still wearing my burp cloth. He's strapped to me because he's just not letting me finish anything. So I forgot to film yesterday. We had grilled Sunday. Yesterday was, what was yesterday? Wednesday? Wednesday. So they needed to be eaten. So we got a can of chili and made chili cheese dogs and watermelon, and just boiled some corn up on the cob, fresh corn on the cob. So that's what we did today. I am doing my meal plan, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I forgot to take something out for dinner. No, I did plan on it. I have to dump this in. I am staying way back, and I will not dump this when it's done. I will have one of my teenagers dump this. So I'm gonna make a quick pasta salad, and we have like chicken patty, breaded patties, and we have some hamburger buns left over, so we're gonna make chicken sandwiches. I have a little bit of watermelon, some more corn on the cob, and pasta salad I'm gonna make up real quick. And I'm gonna show you how I make up pasta salad. You do not need to be scared of pasta salad. It's not something that you have to have a recipe for, depending on what you want to put in it. I will just look through my fridge. You can put tomatoes, you can put a little bit of bacon bits, you can put a little Parmesan cheese and different things like that. If you have cucumbers, you can put it in. I don't have any of those. And then if you want it spicy, put some peppers in it. If you don't want it spicy, I don't have any of that. Oh, this little onion. A little bit of onion. Not putting egg in it. I tend to go more vinegary than like creamy ranch. That's not my thing. Even with chicken wings, I don't use ranch. So we are gonna mix up some stuff. I'm gonna sit you down and just kind of show you. What I put in there. So I have this little bit of shallots. These are pretty sharp, so this will probably be way more than enough. So I have those. And then these are some bacon bits. They're like the real bacon bits. I always put them in here. I don't need a ton because I do have pepperoni. You can put pepperoni in here, put salami, you can put bacon bits, whatever you want out of that. And then you can do whatever kind of cheese. You can do feta cheese and blue cheese. I have a mixed blend here that I'm going to toss. I like it cheesy. And then because I do more of like an olive vinegar type stuff, I'm going to use, I'm going to use pepperoni, which is what this is here. And then I also have a can of black olives that I just diced up. That's what this is. And this is marinated artichoke hearts quartered. You can do marinated, unmarinated, whatever. I just chop those up. I also will put banana peppers. I'll put green olives. Whatever your family will eat. It's kind of like a whatever's in the fridge pasta salad. Because ain't nobody got time. No. And this is great because you can eat it cold. So those mamas, it's controversy. You need carbs to nurse, but like pasta and someone would drink a beer. That's your prerogative. But you can do shredded carrots in here, cucumber, anything you want to do. I just don't have that right now because I need to do a Costco haul, and we are doing that this weekend. So I like to clear my fridge out and use all the little bits and pieces. So I'll throw it on my pasta salad. So that's what it looks like. I am going to mix the pasta first in it, and then I will throw in the dressing. I'm going to dry the pasta in first, and then this is like a knockoff. I think this is from Aldi's, but I just have a little bit of this. But I like this Olive Garden dressing. I get it from, I mean, you can get a 2-pack for less than $10, and you can get it from, I don't know, everywhere. But this is what we always keep, and I will put this with my pasta salad. And because this already has like garlic and different things in there, I won't add all of that to this pasta salad. So I will get this mixed up. Hey guys, so fixing to run out of the house, but I wanted to do an unboxing. We got an ice cream maker, a Pampered Chef ice cream maker for summer. I just thought since we are going to be home a lot more this summer, I could try to figure out how to do some healthier ice cream or lower sugar ice cream. I think you can do sherbet. I'm sure there's videos on this. I don't remember. I think this was right at $100. So, oh, I got other things in here. I got an ice cream spade, a vegetable peeler, electric ice cream maker, and a silicone lid. So, my friend had a party, and I was like, I will host these parties every once in a while because I really do love Pampered Chef stones. I think they are awesome. That's all I have other than my baking pans. So I paid right at $100, and usually when you do a show or host a party, you always get something free. So this month I think it was a vegetable peeler, which I needed anyway. And I'll tell you this, I've had Pampered Chef things and they really just last. I don't know if you can see this, but I got this vegetable peeler, which mine was going bad, so I appreciate that. And then this must be the ice cream spade. I'm gonna go ahead and open this because I will, and you can put this in any container. So some things I will not order, you know, it's all based on price. If it is way overpriced, I won't buy it. I will, but as far as quality, I always have better quality stuff from them. I really do. But sometimes I get cheap and I don't want to pay for it. Or I'll look at it, I don't know if you are like that, you find something you want and you just keep like looking at it, and then you don't buy it, but you just keep obsessing about it until eventually I'll just purchase it. He just took the baby's binky again. So my 2-year-old is obsessed with touching the binky. I swear he's gonna put it in his mouth. Oh, and it's in his mouth. That one day has happened. So it's only 2 quarts. So apparently, I'll do a little video and we'll see how it is, like a review. So apparently you're supposed to stick this in the freezer. So it comes with like this bottom part that the ice cream goes in. And then has all this. I mean, it doesn't look difficult. It's the top part, which is the ice cream, and then this, I will wash all this before I use it. I think this clips in. Just have to figure out how to do it. Like this. I have to figure it out. I wonder if it goes in a certain way. I don't want to, oh, that's it. Okay. And then this is the top, the power, and the timer. So I'll have to read the instructions. And this is a, I want to say 2 quart. Does it say on here? I have to, but I'm not afraid. I mean, it's going to tell me caution. So this is the stretchy lid. So once you make, this has to freeze for 8 hours. So I'll freeze this tonight and I'll make a batch tomorrow. But then this, once you make it, you can put it in a container, or you can put the lid on like this, and you can just, this can be your tub of ice cream. So, and this is really nice. The problem is that I have the size family that I do. So that's not really a necessity for me. Yeah, so 24 hours this has to go in the freezer. And then you prepare it, you put it on, set timer 5 to 40 minutes. And it tells me all kinds of stuff. So I will go through it. I need to mix some stuff up. So it gives you a basic vanilla recipe. And the serving size is 6. But 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So if you're doing Trim Healthy Mama, or you're doing keto, or anything like that, you could actually do stevia ice cream and have it be completely on plan. So that's kind of why we got this. If you do, and I know some people are like, oh, well, that's expensive, you might as well just buy it. It's $5, $4 to $5 for a thing of keto ice cream that's not even always on plan because it never is low enough. And you can add cookies or candies or stevia chips or whatever you want to do, whether you're doing it super healthy, whether you're doing sorbet, whatever you're doing, you can do in here. A lot of things, what are those, ocean cran juice or whatever, the no sugar ones? I think they're like 1 gram of sugar per serving. You could easily put that juice in here with that recipe, and it's already got the stevia and different things in it. So we're gonna try some different things. I just thought this would be really awesome to start it in the morning. I think it takes like 45 minutes max. Let me see. Set the timer for 20 minutes. And once the paddles start rotating, then you pour your stuff in. So 20 minutes. So when I start dinner, I put something in, I could easily have this ready and start it and have dessert and have fresh ice cream. I mean, that takes no time. This is not an all-day process. This one also does not take salt. So I'm not paying for the salt or anything like that that some ice cream makers take. So that's nice. So it's literally just what I'm putting, once I paid for this, it's only what I'm putting inside of here that costs money. And if, I don't know if you can see, but I prepared, I have like 6, if you can see that, 6 different heavy whipping creams, because I just use it for various recipes and stuff. I definitely like to have ingredients so that I can make different foods. And I have peppermint chips left, I have chocolate chips, I have all kind of things that I can do with the kids can pick. Also, there are these little things that you can get. So these are 2 quarts. And actually, you can get Pinterest recipes. That's the second way. So you can make this basic vanilla and add stuff to it. That's the first way. The second way is you can look up Pinterest and they have different recipes. And even if it says it makes a gallon of ice cream, you can mix the mixture up, put whatever fits in here, and use it over multiple days. You can either, or you can do multiple batches back to back to back in here. So it really just depends. I would probably be one of those people who be like, let me make up a gallon of you know, when the milk's halfway gone, mix my extra stuff up, shake it up, and then just pour it in here and have it prepped out. So I'll show you a video of how I do that. But I'm thinking that will be, if I'm doing basic vanilla and I'm just adding either cookies or candy or just having vanilla with it. If I do, I think I have a recipe for praline bread pudding. It would be great with just a scoop of ice cream on it and have less dessert, you know, because you have ice cream with it. That would be a dessert for a week. Well, you could make fresh ice cream every night to go with that and have a little bit of that portion control. The kids would love that. But I could mix up, you know, a half a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon or whatever for a couple of nights, and all I have to, and kind of like prep out my ice cream mixture and just dump it in, put this in, wash it at night when I'm done with it, throw it in the freezer instead of the cabinet. I would leave it in the freezer, and then when I do want to start it, I just pour it in and it's ready to go. So that's a way you can prep it out and have fresh ice cream. It's not very difficult to just dump and go. The third way you can do it is they do have pre-made ones. So we were at Walmart and they had these, and these were like $3.98. It only makes 2 quarts, and you still have to add, so this is going to give you your flavoring. You still have to add ice cream mix, 2 cups milk, 2 cups heavy cream. I don't understand what that is. So this is ice cream, salted caramel ice cream mix. So it'd still be this, milk, and heavy cream. You just wouldn't be putting sugar or vanilla. Well, for $3.98, or your flavoring. So it's halfway dozen another. These would probably be more expensive because number one, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of stevia is not $4. And neither is vanilla because I make my own vanilla. So, but we wanted to try some of these just to see how it goes. That's before I read the directions. So you should always read the directions. So this is a salted caramel. We got a mint chocolate chip. We got a toasted or a toffee caramel. So we'll do these at some point too. Just some fun flavors. So that's the third, my baby's gonna scream. That's the third option. So I'm gonna wash this. I'm gonna chill this overnight, and then we'll do it together the first time, and we'll see, you know, if this is better. I got this one as opposed to just even a bigger one at home, because number one, I don't necessarily want to make a gallon at a time or 2 gallons, and the second option is this: I didn't want the cost of adding salt and different things. And again, I like Pampered Chef, and they'll replace this if it's broken. So I'm gonna wash this. And that's it. That's how it, when you put your little stuff in here. So it's not very big at all. Like, this is my hand. So we'll see, and this would be great for like 2 people, like my parents or my sister. This might be a great little thing for her for, like, I don't know, birthday or Christmas or something, because this is super cute and it's very inexpensive. So that is super fun, and it comes, like I said, with all this. So we'll wash this, we'll freeze this, and then we'll play with this, and we'll show you how we do it. Okay guys, we have our ice cream maker out. This thing is rock solid. So apparently you just put this on, it said, and you keep hitting this timer button. We'll do 30 minutes. Ooh. So I guess you pour the mixture in here. This is 2 cups. Oh, this is 2 cups heavy cream. Oh, 1 cup milk. Oh goodness, we're making a mess. Okay, that made, maybe I didn't have, my baby is, I didn't have this thing on all the way. That's my fault. So, you also can put vanilla and sugar. I did not want to put that. So, there it is in there, mixing. Now it said that you could put, fruit or sweetener. So I have macerated these strawberries, and I'm gonna make like strawberry ice cream. trying to figure out. I need to get a spoon. Because you can put toppings. So we're going to make strawberry ice cream and see how it turns out. You would think to start it the first time that I would follow a recipe for the vanilla, but no. I don't really know how much I'm supposed to put in, but we'll do it like that. Yeah, like half the bag. Okay. So, follow the recipe. Don't do what I do, right? So, it's in there. And it's blending. And we will see how it turns out. It's got 27 minutes left. I was so bad. I showed you how I did that ice cream. I didn't show you how it turned out. We just stick it in the freezer for just 30 minutes or so until we're ready to eat it. It was perfect. The kids loved it. So I have, as I'm going through using some of my stock up, I have, let me show you what I did here. So we had a big breakfast. We had pancakes, eggs, and bacon. These are just chickpeas that I'm boiling. I am going to make some hummus. I have tahini. So hopefully I remember, I'm going to try a recipe. I've never done it before. It can't be that hard. And then here, I have a ton of neck bones from my pork. And I know you don't traditionally put mushrooms in it, but I had a bunch that were going to go bad. So this is like a bean soup kind of thing with meat. And we're going to add some spice to it. All I did was put, these are done. All I did was put chicken broth, and then I did 2 packages of these neck bones that has some meat on it too. Chicken broth, I put a couple bay leaves. This was that, what's it called? That like 12 bean whatever. And soup mix, Goya. So we have a bunch of different beans and stuff in here. And neck bones and stuff like that. I just put in, and I put some bay leaves, I put some oregano, I put garlic, onion. I'm gonna take that off the stove. Waiting for those to, so that's gonna be like a lunch. I have zucchini, I have salad stuff. We're gonna have a late lunch and play games, and we'll do like fruit and snacks and veggies and things like that. Okay, so I am gonna show you real quick. I made J. Morel's, she calls it like beefaroni. So it's just a cheese mixture, and actually I think it's the same thing on the back. I made the 8 pans, but it's on the back of the box. But I thought, oh, it looks so good. So I actually did 6.5 pounds of beef and like 4 or 5 pounds of sausage. It was more meaty than carby, but turns out really good. My 14-year-old's like, I want this all the time. And it did, mine did not make, I had a little extra meat, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the one we're eating 7. So 7 out of those 10-pound meat. So this, we're gonna eat, we're eating that 1 for dinner, and then we've got 7 more for, or 6 more for the freezer.